Are you calling your customers every single week? What's up, guys? I hope that you're doing fantastic. A lot of people ask, what is the one thing in the Ninja selling system, in the Ninja 9, in the weekly routine that I should implement into my business? And that is a difficult question to answer without a lot of other background about how your business operates, what your database looks like, etc. The easy answer is to say, well, have your 50 live Ford conversations every single week, because if you're in flow with your database, you're going to put yourself in an attraction mode where business will be coming towards you. However, there is one crucial component that I think is easy to put into place and will help you manage your current transactions and your current relationships a lot better so that you have less stress when you're going from home search or getting a property on the market to contract to closing. And that is your weekly customer service call. Now, many of you might be saying, well, I talk to my clients and my customers all the time. Sometimes I talk to them every single day and it's like crazy. But that's not what we're talking about, because yes, there are always things that come up. That property came on the market and we need to schedule a showing, or we had a request to show a listing. What I'm talking about is a set dedicated time slot every single week where you go through all of your active and under contract customers and you give them a quick call to make sure that you're both on the same page. If you think about it, what is the number one reason why your clients call you before you call them? It's because they may not know when the next time that you're going to talk. So they give you a call because maybe they have a question. By setting this expectation up front that, hey, every single week, regardless of what's going on and how we communicate, I'm going to be giving you a call on this specific day to make sure that we have everything going the way that it should be and that we're on the same page. Now, if they have little questions or things that kind of come up in their thoughts, instead of saying, well, I don't know when the next time that I'm going to talk to Matt is, so I'm just going to give him a call, they may wait until that Tuesday, for example, to have that call with you. Now, yes, I know this isn't going to eliminate all the inbound calls and emails and text, but it helps you start to set that expectation. It helps you to start setting boundaries and demonstrate that you are in control of this process and that that client will be well taken care of. This may sound easy to put into place, and it really is, but so many of you watching right now are not implementing this weekly customer service call, or you're just saying, well, I kind of talk to them every week anyway, so it's not that big of a deal if I don't have a set time. And maybe it's not that big of a deal, or you don't think it is, but I guarantee once you start implementing this into your routine, you're gonna feel more in control. And let me tell you a quick story about how the client's going to feel on the other end. When I purchased the house that I'm living in right now, I was told by the construction manager that he was going to give me a call every single Friday. And I thought, wow, this guy must be a ninja. I'm gonna get a customer service call every single week so I know what the status of my home is. Well, he didn't call every single week, which then let me thinking, well, what's going on? Why don't I have an update? Is something wrong? And that actually encouraged me to reach out to him. But in the beginning phases of this, when I knew that he was going to be calling every week, which in the beginning he did, I had some questions that kind of came up for myself, and I said, you know what, let me write this down and I'll save this for my conversation on Friday. That made me feel comfortable, and it made me feel like he was in control of a process until I wasn't getting those calls all the time. To give you another example, I've heard many stories of clients that are going from contract to close and everything is perfect. We got a perfect buyer, the inspection came back great, and now we're just waiting to close, and there is a few week gap from kind of contingencies being met to just handling a few things before closing. And in this instance, the customer service calls were not happening. And so the client started to think, well, I wonder what's going on. Is there anything that needs to be happening? Do I need to be providing something? And then when something came up and the attorney reached out or the agent reached out and said, hey, by the way, we just got to take care of this thing, or hey, we forgot about this. All of a sudden the client got thinking, well, what else is going on? I don't feel like there is a process here. I don't feel like anybody is in control. I feel like I'm lost. And this scenario that I'm talking about almost led to the client pulling out of the transaction because they thought that it wasn't going to happen because there was no assurances given by their agent that they were following a process and that that agent was in control of that process. Now, maybe the client was overreacting a little bit, but this is our job as realtors, is to guide our clients and make them feel comfortable and bring a level of certainty to a process for them that is unfamiliar and at times uncertain. So if there is one thing that you can implement into your routine right now, it is your weekly customer service call. Set the expectation with your clients that you'll be doing this every single week. Let them know that it's not going to be a long conversation because hopefully you're talking frequently so everybody kind of knows what's going on, but this will be your time to give a little update. The other benefit to doing these customer service calls every single week is it gives you a chance to actually connect with your customer and just kind of talk to them about them and ask forward questions. A lot of the other times when you're on the phone with them, it's very quick. It's about business. Hey, is it okay if we get this showing scheduled? Hey, we have these properties come up. And in those conversations, certainly it would be wise to have a little forward conversation, but with the weekly customer service call, you know you're going to have a couple of minutes to ask those questions. Now, sometimes your clients might say, hey, just leave me a voicemail or shoot me an email, and you want to respect their preference on communications. But if there are important issues that you need to discuss or things that you want to provide that are important updates, make sure you do it by phone instead of opting for a text message or an email. So hopefully you can start implementing that right now. In fact, you can just pick a day of the week, pick a time slot, schedule it, and then live by that and make sure you call all of your customers every single week. If you have any questions about this or anything else as it relates to your routine, just give me a shout. Have a great one.